Perfect.
Welcome into T4G Sports. Today we're going to go over our top recruit development guide, what each star rating actually means in college football 25. So in this video, we're going to explore the development differences between 3, 4, and 5-star athletes and how to maximize their potential in your program. So without further ado, guys, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, click the notification bell, and leave your thoughts and opinions down below. And don't just play the game, own the game. Let's light it up. So what we're going to do is we're going to compare 3 stars with 4 stars, then 5 stars with 4 stars. We're going to compare the developments. We're going to give you what are your chances of what their development's going to be according to data. So let's go over 3-star normal players first. These are guys who actually fit within our data on our site. You guys can find our site in the link in the description below. We'll go to the 3 stars here. Very easy to maneuver. You can go through of any of the positions and you could go through and find all the data. It's very easy to do. Okay, so we recommend you use our T4G scouting data because once you use it, it's going to make life incredibly easy. So when we talk about 3-star normal players or 4-star normal players, what we're talking about is hidden gems. Even though they're considered normal, they still fit within the gem range. Okay, so they're not going to give out gems to everyone. They're selective of how many gems they're going to give out. Okay, and what gems mean is gems mean that you're going to have an impact or greater development. That has not changed even with the update. So I want to make sure people are very clear on that. That has not changed at all. So even though we're talking about normal players, they're still considered hidden gems. That's what they're considered. So for 3-star normal players, which is considered a hidden gem, you're looking at about a 50% chance that they're going to have a normal development, with a 40% chance at an impact development and a 10% chance at a star development. So let's look at 3-star gems. They have the gem insignia. They're listed by the system as a gem. You have a 70% chance that there'll be an impact development, a 20% chance that there'll be a star development, and a 10% chance at an elite development. That's actually really good because 3 stars, you got to consider it's not just, you can't just look at the developments and say, well, the developments aren't as good as 4 stars and 5 stars. Of course they're not, but you got to think about how much you're going to spend. You could get 3-star players by just giving them a scholarship, when in reality, doing that for a 4-star player or a 5-star player, that's not going to happen. And you guarantee yourself an impact or greater development. Okay, so an even 10% chance that you're getting an elite development, that's fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. So I really love 3-star players. I love what EA's been doing with them. It's fantastic. So now let's cover the 4-star players. We're going to go 4-star normal players, which are considered hidden dev, versus 3-star normal players, which is considered hidden devs. Or not hidden devs, but hidden gems. So let's compare these 3 stars versus these 4 stars. First up, let's go the normal. 50% chance at a normal development for 3 stars, 50 to 60% chance. It's the same thing, 50 to 60% for 3 stars as well. But typically you're going to be around the 50. Occasionally you can hit that 60. That can happen. Just depends on the class. So about the same when it comes to normal development. Now, when it comes to impact development, the normal guys have a 40% chance of an impact development if they're hidden devs with our data, while only 10% of 4-star normal players that are considered hidden devs with our data are around an impact development. You're looking at star. This is where they take off 4 stars. They're at 20% chance of being a star development, while 3 stars only have a 10% chance of a star development, and they have so far what we have found is a 0% chance at an elite development. It could be out there though. Yeah, they very well could be out there, but we have not found it. For 4 stars, they have a 10% chance of an elite development. So normal versus normal, I would say they're not as far off as I would like them to be to pay the premium for the 4-star player over the 3-star player. 3-star players, there's several of them that you're not going to be competing with the CPU. You could give them a scholarship and damn near win the player with just a scholarship. I've done it plenty of times. So I think 3 stars have the edge just because the cost efficiency for that. I do. I think if you find the hidden gem with our data, I would almost say, hey, it's worthwhile to, especially if I was a smaller tier program, that I'd rather go with a 3-star normal player that's considered a hidden gem with our data over the 4-star. If you're just looking at percentages here, it's not looking too shabby. Obviously the 4 stars aren't bad, but it just depends what's in your wallet. So now let's compare 3-star gems to 4-star normal players. You're looking at that. I think that the 3-star gems, they have the edge because you don't have a chance at a normal development. So if I'm going with a 3-star gem over a 4-star normal player, even if he's considered a hidden gem, just based on percentages, if you were playing a game for all the biscuits, 3-star gems are your sure bet that you're going to guarantee yourself an impact or greater development. And you could even hit that 10% mark and get the elite player and end up being a boss, while you have a 50 to 60% chance at a normal development for a 4-star player that's a hidden gem. That's, yeah, 3-star gems I think are superior to 4-star normal players. Now, if we compare the 4-star gems to 3-star gems, obviously 4-star gems are better. I mean, you're looking at 20% chance at an impact development, 40% chance at a star development, and another 40% chance at an elite development. Not even close in reality. But what you have to ask yourself is, what's the comparison there on price? You know, a 4-star gem, you're going to be spending a premium compared to a 3-star gem. You could get 3-star gems, like I've said millions of times, with just a scholarship, depending on what position they are. And usually you're only going to be facing a user majority of the time instead of a user and the CPU, depending on if there are users in your league. So yeah, 4-star gems are better, but I would have to say that's dependent on your situation. Do you have a high-tier program? Are you a 4-star program? If you're a 4-star program or even a 3.5-star program, you have more money, so it's not going to matter as much. You could say, hey, I'm going to go get a 4-star gem because I could pay that premium, and if I lose it, it's not as bad. Compared to a standard 3-star program or a 2.5-star or, you know, anywhere around there, I just don't know if I would go after a 4-star gem personally. That premium, I just don't know if I would want to spend that. So pretty interesting there with the 4-stars and 3-stars when it comes to development. Before we continue, if you guys find this information valuable, please consider subscribing as we work toward our goal of 50,000 subscribers. You guys can support us if you guys want to be glorious through our Amazon affiliate links down below, or even with a super thanks, which is not something we expect. But if you guys do it, just know we'll love you a long time. And now, back to our sweet and sexy topic. Now let's compare 5-stars with 4-stars. We're not going to compare them with 3-stars. Now, 5-star bust. We actually had enough data on the 5-star bust. If you get a 5-star bust, we'll tell you right now the data says leave them the hell alone. Back in the day, when the game first came out, I would say you could actually go after them if they hit our ranges that we have with our T4G scouting data. But right now, I would tell you I wouldn't do it because you have a 70% chance they're going to be a normal development with a 30% chance of an impact development. You're going to spend a hefty premium just because they're a 5-star, even if they're a bust. You're going to spend that premium for a 70% chance at a normal development? Hell no, I'm not playing that. That's a dumb move to me, and I don't recommend you guys do that either. All right, let's look over these 5-star guys here compared to the 4-star guys. So if we look at the normal guys, right? 5-star normal, 4-star normal. 4-star has a 50 to 60% of normal development, chance at a normal development, while only 20% chance for 5-stars to have a normal development. Impact development, 4-stars have a 10% chance, 5-stars have a 30% chance. You're looking at star development for 4-stars, they have a 20% chance, 5-stars have a 50% chance, 40 to 50% chance, around there. And both of them have up to a 10% chance, just depending on your class. So if you're looking at the 4-star normal compared to 5-star normal, obviously the 5-star normal is a safer bet. Now let's look at the 5-star normal to 4-star gems. So if you just get a standard 5-star guy who's not listed as a gem nor a bust, let's compare him to the 4-star gem. 20% chance at an impact development for a 4-star gem, 0% chance at a normal development, while 5-star normal players have a 20% chance at a normal development and a 30% chance at an impact development. But here's where it changes. This is where 4-star gems are actually better, because 5-stars have a 50% chance, up to 50% chance at a star development, while 4-star gems have a 40% chance at a star development, while also having a 40% chance at an elite development. So if you were to pick a 5-star normal player compared to a 4-star gem, the data will always tell you to go after the 4-star gem over the 5-star normal player, which is interesting. It's a safer bet. I mean, up to a 40% chance at elite dev. Whew. Yeah, those 4-star gems are no joke. Those guys are badasses for sure. So they win that round. Now, if we compare the 4-star gems to 5-star gems, it's very intriguing. It really is 10% chance at impact development for 5-star gems, while 4-star gems have a 20% chance at an impact development. If you're looking at the star dev, the 5 stars have roughly around 35% chance of a star development, while the 4-star gems have around a 40% chance at a star development. But this is where the 5 stars take the edge. They got a 15% chance higher, 55% total chance that you're going to get an elite development compared to a 40% chance of elite development. So I'd have to say too, depending on how much you're going to spend on a 5-star gem, 4-star gems are without a doubt like very nasty. 4-star gems are probably, according to the data, the most profitable, because you also got to think about like how much you're going to spend, right? Like if everybody and their grandmother's going after that 5-star gem and you really have to like, you know, spend even more money than what you would to get a 4-star gem. And it's really not that far off, because typically you're going to spend close to around the same amount of money, but you're going to have more competition. So not only are you spending the more amount of money, you have a less likelihood that you're going to be able to land them because there's obviously more competition. So with all of that considered, I would say that the 4-star gems are probably the most profitable of all of them. 3-star gems are the most profitable if you have a smaller program, for sure. Or you're just getting off 3-star gems, or without a doubt, the most profitable. You could win plenty of natties with 3-star gems. But just looking at everything in its entirety, 4-star gems they make a massive impact. Those are some really good numbers there that you're looking at, the star and elite development packages that they bring you. So very interesting. And if you guys like this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, click the notification bell, and leave us your comments down below. We appreciate you guys. Hope you have a damn good day.